In the words of my mother, she says, enjoy it, because if you never have this feeling again of being pregnant or having another child, then at least you have cherished this time of being pregnant with your last child. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming with the mic because Adriano is asleep in the room next to me and I am not trying to wake him up. Hopefully you can hear me. If you haven't been here before, hi, my name is Camille. I am a millennial mama who loves beauty, books, and God. And here on my channel, I do a lot of lifestyle content, including what today's video is about, motherhood. It is another milestone in the journey of being pregnant. I am nearly at the finish line, and so I thought I would take this time now to recap my third trimester. If you want to hear about what the third trimester has been like for me, the second time around, this is my second pregnancy, and I am pregnant with a girl this time, then just keep watching. So some of the things I'm going to be talking about in this video include symptoms that I've been feeling, things that I've been craving, and any aversions, what we're doing to nest, because this time around we're in a different home. And so things are a little bit different this time. And then also what we're doing to prepare for our newest member, and also what we're doing to prepare Adriano for his new role as being a big brother. Without further ado, let's start with the symptoms, because there's lots. I sound like I'm out of breath all the time because I am. So let's start off with that. I don't have to be doing anything physical whatsoever. If I get even a little bit excited, stressed out, or worked up or anything like that, I have shortness of breath because I feel like there's not really a lot of space for me to like inhale air, which sounds kind of terrifying, but that's literally how I've been feeling in the third trimester. The next thing that I've been getting is achy boobs. Sorry if that's TMI, but I think because I've already had a child before, some of the symptoms that usually happen in the fourth trimester are happening now in the third trimester, so my boobs are aching. They're actually already at the point where they're sometimes lactating, but I'm not trying to start pumping or using the haka yet because it can put you into labor. So I'm just kind of letting it go. The next thing is I fall asleep anywhere, anytime. I might not even be tired, but if I lay down and it's a little bit comfortable, I'm out. Some people would think that's pretty normal for someone who's pregnant, especially in the third trimester, but for me, it's not normal because I'm never like that. I'm a very light sleeper. I talked to my OB today because I went to do another checkup, and I was telling him that I'm thirsty AF all the time. Like, I'm drinking bottles like this, 8 bottles of water a day. I don't know, my babies really like water. I'm not dehydrated, but it feels like I am. Sciatica, I've been complaining about it since the beginning, or at least since the end of the first trimester, but it's amplified now. Obviously, the weight that I carry is a lot heavier, and so the imbalance is causing a lot of nerve pain in my spine, specifically on the lower right side of my back, and the pain like just shoots down my leg, and it's very debilitating because it makes it hard to stand up, it makes it hard to sit down for a long period of time, it makes a lot of positions when you're laying down just uncomfortable. Carpal tunnel, I finally ended up getting. I did have it in both my hands in the third trimester with Adriano, and this time I only have it in the right hand. I still have this from the last time I was pregnant, and it's basically like a brace or a tensor band where you just put it on like a glove, and there is a stiff part here in the front that helps your blood circulate, and it helps give you more control of your hand. If I don't use the brace, when I wake up in the morning, my hand is so stiff that I can barely like make a fist because it hurts so badly. Like, I remember when I was working in retail as a manager, I had a lot of staff that were doing like cash. They would have carpal tunnel because they were doing the same movements every single day. So it's really important to like, you know, do hand stretches and hand exercises and stuff like that. It kind of feels like pins and needles. And so I'm constantly dropping things if I'm holding it with this hand. There's only one more symptom that really stands out to me, and that is at night when I'm laying down, I can only lay one way, which is on my right. I had read sometime that it's better for you to be sleeping on your left when you're pregnant because it allows for more space for your blood to circulate and for you to breathe. But this pregnancy, if I sleep to my left, my daughter is literally in my ribs. It actually hurts. And something that it causes is a lot of heartburn. I think I had mentioned it before that I've been already experiencing it in the second trimester. Now in the third trimester, I have it throughout the night. It's actually very difficult. A, it makes it hard to breathe. B, it really hurts in your throat because it's just like a burning sensation. I do take Tums for it, and taking Tums is healthy for you. If you're pregnant, it's totally fine. You're okay to take as much as you need to. And also having yogurt and dairy products, because that also helps as well. Going back to the thirsty AF symptom, basically I have to go for another blood test to check and make sure that I don't have gestational diabetes, which is terrifying because I am so close to the end already and I don't want to have to deal with a complication like that because the idea of injecting myself with insulin terrifies me. So yeah, that's all the symptoms that I've been feeling so far. There's a lot of other symptoms that I had in my third trimester last pregnancy that I don't have now, like lightning crotch or Braxton Hicks, because I had those pretty early in my third trimester last time, and those are painful. I'm going to talk a little bit about cravings. There isn't anything too different. However, it might be telling as to why I'm thirsty all the time, as to why I might have gestational diabetes. But I was talking about how originally my craving for pop was for Coca-Cola. I drink it if it's there, but I don't buy it, so I typically don't have Coke anymore. It's switched, actually. So now I crave for Orange Crush, which is not really a pop that I ever reached for prior to being pregnant. So I'm calling it a pregnancy craving because I know it's not really me. Some days I'll have 2 cans a day because I'm just craving it. Another craving I've been having is for dulce de leche spread. If you don't know what dulce de leche is, it's kind of like a milk caramel. It's really sweet, and if you're Filipino, it tastes like leche flan, but in a sauce. And so I'll have it on random things. Like if I have a bowl of ice cream, I'll just drizzle it on top. Or if I feel like having a glass of milk, I will just mix it into the milk as if it were like a chocolate syrup or something. I should actually take you to the kitchen so that you can see what I'm talking about. It's so painful to be standing and walking. It's crazy. Oh my god. Anyways, dulce de leche. This is the one I've been really enjoying. It's from a Brit called San Ignacio. It says it's a milk caramel spread. I got this from Walmart and I think it was like $6 or $7 or something. Oh, another thing that I've been craving is there's like a Filipino way of making fruit salad, but I've changed it up because I am lactose, and the Filipino one, if I'm not mistaken, uses cream. I can't have that. So I've substituted the cream for this. This is actually coconut milk. And I've been using the sweetened condensed milk just to sweeten up the coconut milk a little bit. And I will chop up strawberries, I'll chop up bananas, golden delicious apples. Oh, I put nata de coco in there as well. If you don't know what that is, it's like coconut gels, I guess, jellies. And that's delicious. So I've been craving that a lot. Moving on to nesting. We don't have a lot of space in this condo, if I'm being quite honest. It's a lot bigger than our last place. It has 2 bedrooms and a really open like den living room area. So there's plenty more space. However, we have an additional person who lives with us now, Adriano, and his toys and his stuff take up a lot of space. Although our place is a little bit bigger, we do have to account for the fact that we also have another child. I would say the space is kind of just right for us right now. And so once I start to nest, well, I've already started, but once I start bringing out the baby stuff, like the pack and play crib, the swing, that kind of stuff, it's gonna start to feel a little bit crowded, I think, which is fine. It's only gonna be like that for a couple months anyways, and so we'll have all the space back. So what I've been doing to nest is I've been trying to clear up as much space as possible by doing the Facebook Marketplace thing. I've cleared up a lot of space, and I've made quite a bit of side money this year, which is great, but there's like still little areas that are cluttered that I don't really know what to do with. So as much as possible, when I start to take out those baby things out of the closets, I'm going to use up that space for some of the junk. I don't want to say it's junk. It's not junk. It's just stuff that I'm not going to be able to use while baby's here. Like the stuff that's on my book stands right now, which are like journals. Like, yeah, maybe I could journal a little bit, but not really. I have art supplies. Like I could put that out here for Adriano to start making crafts and stuff. But like there's a bunch of stuff that could be put away. There's also like, I need to take out the bottle sterilizer and the bottle warmer, and I need to find space and places to put those things because those need to be plugged in pretty much all the time, and they need to have their own like area. I think that's basically it for nesting. There isn't really too much we can do. We have to make do with the space that we have. I think we're doing a really good job, keeping our place clean, organizing where we can. We did get these new like set of cupboards that we are using as a pantry or a storage pantry because this is more of like a boutique condo, so it's really designed for looking chic and like looking small and dainty, I would say. There's not a lot of storage space, so we have to make do with what we have, and thank God we have these not Alex stores, the IKEA like storage cubes. Like we're really lucky to have them because they are so helpful in terms of storing like Adriano's toys or pantry items or stuff like that. So last minute preparations that we're doing, because this is ultimately the last month before I give birth. They've given us our date. So far, I think this is the final date. I told you guys before that I'd be giving birth on January 7th, which is my parents' anniversary, so that was like bittersweet, but they changed it. So it's not actually going to be January 7 anymore. It's going to be the 6th. If you don't already know, that's the Epiphany. It's when the 3 kings go to visit Jesus. And I just thought that was so amazing because like what a blessed day to be born. But yeah, so last minute preparations. I am half, maybe like a quarter of the way through packing my hospital bag. Now that I've been to the hospital with a hospital bag before, I kind of know what's a little bit more realistic than some of the lists that you see online. The first time I overpacked. Obviously, everybody overpacks the first time they go to the hospital. And this time around, I'm not going to overpack because I know that some of those stuff, it's like there's really no point in bringing it because you can't use it. We got Adriano. Well, I didn't get him. Our nanny actually got him a book to prepare him for being a big brother. So we've been reading it to him, and every day I kind of like in the mornings especially, I will like sit down and have my stomach out, and Adriano will come up and he'll like pet my tummy and he'll listen to see if he could hear anything in there. We constantly referred to his sister being in my stomach and stuff like that so that he can understand that there is another baby on the way and that she's here. And yeah, we're just so excited. There's really nothing else more I can say about the 3rd trimester. I am just so excited to be on the last leg of the journey because it's been tough this time around. And I know I can say that over and over and over, but unless you're like in my situation, you don't really know what it feels like. Hopefully I don't have gestational diabetes. Yeah, everything is going well besides all the horrible symptoms that I've been feeling, and it may or may not be the last time I ever experience being pregnant again. So in the words of my mother, she says, enjoy it, because if you never have this feeling again of being pregnant or having another child, then at least you have cherished this time of being pregnant with your last child. And I have to remind her that this time around it has not been very easy at all. So it's really hard to enjoy. But she is right. And if this is the last time I am going to have a baby, then, I'm going to miss the feeling of feeling her kick in my belly, going to the ultrasounds and being able to see her moving like on the screen and that kind of stuff. But, every pregnancy is different. It doesn't mean that just because you're on your 2nd child or just because you're having the opposite gender means you're going to have a tough time. This pregnancy was just a little bit harder because it was just harder. later. It was just a different pregnancy. So there's really nothing you can do to predict how your pregnancy is going to go. All you can do is try your best to maintain your health, your diet, and everything like while you're pregnant. I will not be filming at the hospital because I do not really like that. I like to be completely offline and completely in the moment when I'm there, and that's what I did the first time around as well. I don't regret it at all, but I will more than likely share my birth story, like just talking about it after the fact, and hopefully I don't have to take a long hiatus after giving birth. Last pregnancy I had to because I was just experiencing so much postpartum depression and I just couldn't find myself anymore. So I'm praying that I don't go through that this time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you can relate to any of the symptoms, or I guess the cravings that I've been having, then please leave it in the comments below so that I don't feel like I'm the only one. And if there's anything that you want to know, I think I'm going to be posting a Q&A thing on Instagram so that I can answer a few like questions that people might have if they've never been pregnant before, or if you have any questions about some of the symptoms that I'm having, please leave that in the comments below, because again, I will do a roundup of some of the questions and make that into a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!